So in the final subtask of the rock, paper, scissors project, we will be doing a slight change. In the previous subtask, we had completed everything designated in this particular project, taking user input, validating it, comparing it with the computer, deciding who's the winner. So let's make a slight change in this project. Let us make this project in a way that the user can choose the number of rounds the user wants to play. Like for example, previously we had set a particular number of rounds, that is 3 rounds only. So let's make a slight change to the project. Let the number of rounds be a user input, that is the user can choose the number of rounds the user wants to play. And for example, the user can tell the computer, okay, I want to play 1 time instead of 3 times, or maybe I want to play 5 times instead of 3 times. And that should also be possible to be performed by the project. Actually, other than the main function, none of the code has changed. It is the same as before. So let's look at the changes in the main function. So over here, we are taking n as an integer input from the user, that is number of rounds as an integer input from the user. Then we're going to initialize a count variable to 1. So in the while loop, the condition for the while loop has changed. Instead of n less than 3, we are given as n greater than 0. And this part over here is basically the same as the previous subtasks. But let's look at the changes. So over here, the count variable, which is basically the count of the current round going on, will be increased by 1 at the end of all of this. And the number of rounds will be decreased by 1. This is because, let's say I give the number of rounds I want to play as 2. First it's going to check this condition. N is greater than 0, 2 is greater than 0, hence it will run once. Count will increase from 1 to 2 and number of rounds will increase from 2 to 1. Once again, 1 is greater than 0. And then it's going to run this again, and count will increase from 2 to 3 and the number of rounds will decrease from 1 to 0. So finally, when we check this condition over here, whether 0 is greater than 0, the computer is going to consider it as false because 0 is not greater than 0. If you had given greater than equal to, then this loop would run. But since it is given as greater than, it is false, hence we're going to come out of the loop and then we're going to call the overall winner function, which will basically compare the user score and the computer score and give an output. Let's just run this code once. So yeah, let's say I want to play 2 rounds. So let's say I have rock, paper, and since computer won both the rounds, computer has been declared as the overall winner. Let's submit this code. So you can see all the test cases have been passed over here. So this was the last subtask of the rock, paper, scissors project. And this particular project is part of our course Python projects for beginners, where we have 11 projects for beginners to get familiar and understand how Python works. And if you're watching this on YouTube, maybe head over to CodeChef and try the course out yourself or try the project out. And if you're already on CodeChef, great job diving into the solution. Keep going on with the next task. Thank you.